Empowered by the holy light and the undying strength of their convictions, the Draenei led the charge against the demonic Burning Legion in Outland. Now, with the Legion's defeat, they have completed the desperate mission that first brought them to Azeroth. Though some Draenei were sent back to Outland to revitalize their former civilization, the majority have vowed to remain and uphold their sacred commitment to the Alliance. Driven by a powerful vision, the immortal prophet Velen believes that a great war between the darkness and the light is fast approaching, and that Azeroth will be its principal battleground. As one of Velen's chosen, you must stand bravely before the Shadow and ensure that your people are ready for the war to come.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Never mind my injuries. It's a miracle that any of us are alive. It didn't look like you'd pull through. You've been in suspension for weeks. Something happened, and the Exodar crashed. Many have died, but I am relieved that you are alive, adventurer. With you leading our efforts, I'm sure we'll get to safety soon. Pronatus asked me to send you to him when you awoke. He's waiting for you at the bottom of the hill. Just follow the path southwest.
Remember the lessons of the past.
May the light embrace you.
Adventurer, by my eternal soul, it is good to see you. I don't know why the Exodar crashed. Only those of us that were in this part of the ship remain. There's not much time if we're to save everyone that we can.
Dionys Akaraam.
Our immediate concern is the depleted state of our healing crystals. We must replenish them quickly. Unfortunately, the only way to do this at this point is to extract the blood from the local Vale moths. Their blood will make for a suitable substitute. The moths can be found in many places around the Vale, but they are mostly concentrated in the northwest.
Blessings upon your family.
Adventurer, have you harvested the necessary moth blood for the healing crystals yet? With survivors scattered all over the Vale, time is of the essence.
Favor the road traveled by few.
Regrettable that those creatures had to die so that we might live. Indiscriminate killing is not the Draenei way. However, the blood you gathered will replenish our healing crystals, so their deaths will not be in vain.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Now that you've gathered all that we need to replenish our healing crystals, I need you to deliver the vials to Zul'Dun, our priest. You'll find him tending to our wounded inside the central chamber of the ship.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Welcome. Browse at your leisure. Blessings upon your family.
Warm wishes to you.
Hello, traveler. What have you there? Is it for me?
Dionys Akar.
Good work. This will do nicely to replenish our depleted healing crystals. But now that you're here, I think I have another use for you if you're willing.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
The healing crystals are replenished, but that is not the only way we can help the injured. All Draenei can tap the gift of the Naru to heal. You must use this ability to heal one of the crash survivors. You'll find most of the survivors in the areas to the west and northwest, but the crash scattered us all over the Vale. The survivors have from exposure to the irradiated power crystals, so you should be able to find them by the red glow that them. You must save them, adventurer.
Safe journey.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Adventurer, Botanist Tyrix is in need of your assistance. You'll find her with her apprentices to the west, outside the ship.
Do not lose faith.
May the light embrace you.
Oh, thank goodness you've come. We have much to do.
Seek the path of the light.
The irradiated power cores from the Exodar have been wreaking havoc on the environment here. The most obvious effect has been the appearance of the strange creatures that seem to have sprung up near them. There may be something we can do to help them, but now, their sheer numbers are becoming too much for us to handle. I'd like you to go out and cull their numbers somewhat, and perhaps I'll have another idea after giving it some thought.
Blessings upon your family.
Kronakai Christor!
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Each day is a blessing. Be well.
Greetings, friend.
You're finished? That's good news. Hopefully, we can find a way to avoid the killing of these mutated beasts in the future. I believe I have formed a plan that might give us an alternative solution to this problem, but I will need your help.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
The nearby lake has been contaminated by one of the ship's power crystals. Many of the plants and animals of Amen Vale have been mutated because of this. I have a theory on how to heal the lake, but I must have samples from the mutated lashers for analysis. They can be found to the west in the Ammon fields. Will you help me, traveler?
Lionis Aka. Blessings upon you.
The Ammon fields to the west are the primary breeding ground of the local lasher population. With the corruption of the water table from the nearby lake, botanist Tyrix is worried that the lashers will not able to repopulate themselves once we've cleansed the lake. Go to the Ammon fields and pick some of the corrupted flowers for me so that I might take a look at them and see what can be done. You should be able to identify them by their uncharacteristic red petals.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Open your heart to the light.
The light be praised. You've done what only a true champion could have done, adventurer. The Draenei you saved owes their continued life to your selflessness. Please take this supply pouch. You look like you can use it more than I.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
We managed to recover a damaged holographic emitter from the crash. If we repair it, we'll have a chance to find other survivors outside of Ammon Vale. There were devices from the ship that could be salvaged for spare parts in the area, but the local Owlkin carried them off before we could get to them. Hero, you must go south to Nestlewood Thicket and Hills to find the spare parts.
Favor the road traveled by few.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Zana needs our help to salvage parts from the Exodar. Tyrix prepared an inoculum that can be given to the Nestlewood Owlkin that live in the area of a lot of the salvage. Just get close to the unaffected ones and use the crystal on them. Unfortunately, you'll have to kill the others. You'll find the Owlkin at Nestlewood Thicket and Nestlewood Hills to the southeast.
Do not lose faith.
May the light embrace you.
Hello, traveler. Do you have those flowers yet?
Seek the path of the light.
These look like fine specimens. Thank you for performing the field work. Once I can find the time to analyze these, I should be able to tell what it will take to restore the fields.
Remain vigilant.
I'll need all of the samples in good condition if we're to have a chance of cleansing the lake. We don't have much time, traveler.
Good health, long life.
These will do. Thank you, traveler. While you were out, I managed to gather some equipment together to make an analysis of the samples. This should only take a moment.
Do not lose faith.
Thank goodness, I think it'll work. I have an agent for you to spread it at Silverline Lake to the south. It will neutralize the effects of the irradiated ship's power crystal that fell there. Swim out and scatter the neutralizing agent near it. Don't Don't worry, you won't be exposed long enough to become irradiated.
Seek the path of the light.
That item yet. Charge.
From what you described, the neutralizing agent worked. I just wish that I knew how long it will last. We really need to remove that power crystal from the lake entirely. Thank you, adventurer. I will tell Teton to try the neutralizing agent on one of the captured beasts at once.
Blessings upon your family.
With your help, we were able to find a solution to our problems faster than I could have hoped. I don't have any other work for you to do. My apprentices and I can handle the rest. You should go speak with Vindicator Aldera on the other side of the ship.
Be kind to those less fortunate. Each day is a blessing.
Open your heart to the light.
When we have those spare parts, I know that we'll get this emitter repaired. With any luck, there will be someone else out there left to talk to.
Dionysaka.
Let me take a look at those. Yes, I think that these will do nicely. Good job, hero. The emitter is rather complex, so it may take some time to finish the repairs. I'll let you know when it's ready. In the meantime, you might see if Vindicator Aldar has anything he could use you for.
Safe journey.
Krona Kai Christor. Dionysaka.
Adventurer, is it? I've heard good things about you and the work you've been doing in the short time since you came to. We'll definitely need your help getting things back to normal. Jana, over there, could also use your help, I'm sure.
May your days be long and your hardships.
The more we can do to clear up Nestlewood, the faster Zanah can get back to work.
Remember the lessons of the past.
With many of the Alkin now inoculated, we can focus on getting out of here and not have to worry about wiping out the Alkin population in the area. Here, choose from these. You've done good work, and you deserve to be rewarded.
Remain vigilant.
We now have several separate confirmations of unusual activity up on the Shadow Ridge. This is disturbing. We thought that the scouting missions already undertaken had been thorough. One of my scouts hasn't reported back yet. Traveler, I need you to head southwest to the other side of Silverline Lake and find Tolan and see what has delayed him.
Good health, long life.
I need a target. I need to target something first.
Good fortune.
Hell, blood elves. They ambushed me. Don't have long.
Remember the lessons of the past.
You must eliminate the blood elf threat. Find out what they're up to. They're on the ridge behind me.
Dionys Akar.
I don't have a target. I need to target something first.
Arkenan Poros.
These blood elves mean to kill us all. How are we to divert them from this course?
Blessings upon your family.
I have a plan. We must kill their leader. Without their master, perhaps they will retreat to regroup. We just need to buy time until the repairs are completed. Then Vindicator Aldar must know of this. Kill the Surveyor, then return and tell him what we found.
Remain vigilant.
Out of range. Kai Christor. Do not lose faith.
I thank you for dealing with the Blood Elf Surveyor. Surely she was their leader. Rest assured, we will deal with whatever remnant of them is still nearby. Please, take one of these weapons as a sign of my gratitude.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
What have you got there?
Do not lose faith.
Here, let me read those plans. The Blood Elves have followed us here. They are evil to the core and should be wiped from existence.
The Vindicator takes a moment to regain his composure.
I apologize. That was uncalled for. We are indebted to you for uncovering this information, Adventurer.
Draenei Aka.
Adventurer, while you were out investigating the Shadow Ridge, Draenei has been going on about the holographic emitter. You might want to speak with her.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Warm wishes to you.
I got it. I think I managed to fix the emitter. Here, I'll just activate this last crystal and that should do it. Take a look at the emitter, Adventurer. It looks like it's beginning to work. Someone is appearing.
Draenei Aka. Favor the road.
Why, all that is
traveled by
good.
few.
By all that is good, Adventurer, you must go at once to this Azure Watch and speak with Divion. There is a path that leads west off of this tiny isle. Follow it and cross the Crystal Brook River to arrive on the larger part of the isle. Continue to follow the path and you should find Azure Watch. See if you can convince them to send us some aid and supplies. The rest of us will follow when we can. Thank you, we wouldn't have made it without you.
Arkanan Poros.
Traveler, a couple mutated beasts jumped me and my leg is injured. I was sent on a scouting mission from Azure Watch after we received word from Jaina. Please, could you go speak with caregiver Chellen in my stead? She needs to know how many people to expect in Azure Watch. Just cross the Crystal Brook River here and continue following the road until you get to Azure Watch. Be sure to ask her for a place for yourself to stay in.
Be well.
Greetings, friend. Safe journey.
I found that these waters are bustling with red snapper, a very tasty fish. With a fishing net, I can catch enough to feed dozens of Draenei. Unfortunately, I was recently attacked by a creature as a murloc while in the river and have suffered some injuries that me from doing my job. I need help. Use this fishing net near schools of red snapper found in the Crystal Brook River to the east to catch the fish. What do you say? Remember to return the net when you are finished.
Remain vigilant. Warm wishes to you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Watch out for murlocs. Strange and extremely annoying little creatures.
May your days be long and your hardships
I hope
few.
the Murlocs didn't cause too much trouble, adventurer. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for all that you've done. Perhaps I could teach you how to fish? I'll even supply the fishing pole and a bauble.
Seek the path of the light.
You did a wonderful job, adventurer. Our people will be thankful for this bounty. With that said, would you mind taking this haul of red snapper to Action at Azure Watch? He shouldn't be hard to find as he is awaiting this catch.
Draenei Akaraam. Safe journey.
Arcanon Poros.
What do you think of my armor? Crafted it myself. It's a little different than what we traditionally wear, but extremely comfortable.
Safe journey.
Poor Dictina. That Murloc gave her quite a scare.
Action size.
Hopefully she will recover from the injuries soon. So I presume you're looking for work. Well, there's plenty of that to be found at Azure Watch.
Draenei Akaraam. May the light embrace you.
You're starting to make a name for yourself, adventurer. How about trying your hand at hunting? Back on Draenei, our greatest hunters would hunt a beast that resembled the moongraze stag of this region known as a top. If you think yourself Draenei enough, go out into the wilds and kill enough stags to fill your pack with meat. You will find them grazing south of Azure Watch. Watch out for their horns!
Be well.
Blessings upon you.
I think I've cracked it, adventurer.
Orin points to the totem.
All that we need to know about the Still Pine Furbog language is imprinted on their totems. With just a rudimentary understanding of how their symbols work, we can study the totems and learn to communicate with the Furbogs. I've written down the basics of the symbol matrix on this parchment. Study it and then examine the totem. It should lead you to the next language totem. Speak to Aragu when you return, an educated questant.
Good health, long life.
You can hear a low-pitched hum emanating from the totem. The totem has various primal markings. You see owls, bears, wolves, and stags carved into the surface. You note a strange collection of symbols that makes your mouth form the word Akida. You begin to read the totem, barely able to pronounce the awkward words and phrases. Slowly, words start to form in your head. You think that the totem is telling you to go up the nearby hill, to the northeast. The totem has various primal markings. You see owls, bears, wolves, and stags carved into the surface of the totem. You note a strange collection of symbols that makes your mouth form the word COO. You begin to read the totem, better able to pronounce the words and phrases. Words start to form in your head. You think that the totem is telling you to go across the Crystalbrook River to the east. Perhaps your destination is on the other side of the river. totem has various primal markings. You see owls, bears, wolves, and stags carved into the surface of the totem. You note a strange collection of symbols that makes your mouth form the word TIKTI. The symbols on this totem seem to translate much faster. The patterns and imagery all seem to blend into familiar words. You are fairly certain the totem is pointing you south, down the river. Something is at the bottom of the river itself. The totem has various primal markings. You see owls, bears, wolves, and stags carved into the surface of the totem. You note a strange collection of symbols that makes your mouth form the word YOR. You no longer see unrecognizable symbology in the totems. The totem of Yor reads to you just as easily as your native tongue. The markings identify another Furbolg Den due west of here. You are able to expertly decipher the language on the totem and know that your destination is Bristleline Village. Yor will guide you, but if you lost, you know that you able to take the ancient elven road in the forest leading west to your destination.
Warm wishes to you.
The stag hides are frail, which tend to make for tender, succulent flesh.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Well done, adventurer, well done. Here, I cooked up some tenderloins while you were gone. Maybe you'd like the recipe, too?
Remember the lessons of the past.
Well done, adventurer, well done. Now that you've cut your teeth with the Moongraze stag, it's time you graduated to more formidable prey. Do not allow the casual disinterest of the Moongraze bucks to fool you. When provoked, they are a fearsome foe. You'll find the bucks north of here. Good hunting.
May your days be long, and your hardships few.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Seek the path of the light.
In the fevered dreams of our injured guest, she spoke of a fisherman, Cowlin, who, in some distress at Silvermist Isle, to the southwest, off the coast of Azuremyst. With all that has been happening, no one has had the opportunity to look into it, but I do feel a bit of worry. Perhaps there's something you can do, adventurer?
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Each day is a blessing.
Ah, good to see you again. I'm glad that we were both able to get our emitters fixed, or we might never have found one another. And don't worry, we'll see to it that Ammon Vale gets help and supplies. Speaking of assistance, now that you're here, go around and introduce yourself to the others. I know that there's plenty to do.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Welcome, browse at your leisure. Favor the road traveled by few.
Oh, you must be one of the survivors we've been hearing about. I am glad that you came. Don't worry, we will send someone to see to Aeon's injured leg. I'm most interested in hearing all about your harrowing story of survival. You're a brave one to have made it all the way here.
Remain vigilant. May your days be long and your hardships...
Welcome to Bloodwatch, traveler. Please excuse the disorder you see around you. It's easy to take simple things for granted, like a fully furnished and stocked inn, until you're forced to build one from nothing. We've managed to salvage this pod for a building, but without the proper furnishings and first aid supplies. The inn is little more than a glorified tent. Nurguni at the Exodar has offered to put together a package tow with our most immediate need, but I need someone to. This list to him.
Favor the road traveled by few. Seek the path of the light.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Safe journey.
Good day, adventurer. Are you interested in renting a hippogriff?
Dionys Akar.
So you need to go to the Exodar? That's going to be a long trip, but don't worry, I have a way to get you there very quickly.
Be well.
For a small fee, you can rent one of my hippogriffs to fly you to the Exodar. Taking the hippogriff is a faster, not to mention safer, alternative for someone carrying an important message. If you'd like to take a ride, speak to me again, and I'll make the
May
arrangements.
your days be long, and your hardships few. Safe journey.
May you find what you seek.
Greetings, friend. You look like you've come a long way. How can I help you?
Be well.
So you've brought Topher's list. Excellent. I was hoping to receive this today. Let's see what he needs.
Norguni reads over the list and begins placing various items in a box.
That's most of what he requested. The pieces for the beds are simply too large to be delivered by hippogriff, but I'll make arrangements to have them sent by wagon.
Remember the lessons.
Here's the box, adventurer. That should be enough for Topher to get the inn up and running. Let him know that he can keep sending in orders as the need arises. Bloodwatch urgently needs a place to care for the wounded and put up any travelers they receive. When you're ready to return to Bloodwatch, seek out Stephanos near the gates of the Exodar.
Favor the road traveled by few.
All prices here are reasonable. Safe journey.
May the light embrace you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Where are you headed, traveler?
Remember the lessons of the past.
So you're headed back to Bloodwatch with this package? No problem at all, traveler. Just speak with me again and we'll get you on your way with those supplies.
Dionys Akar.
If I remember correctly, Bloodwatch's hippogriff master is Loando. If you've spoken to him before, then you can take one of my hippogriffs to him. That's a good lesson too. Hippogriffs are always trained to fly to their capital city, but they'll only take you to a remote hippogriff master after. Already, there. Since you arrived on one of Lando's hippogriffs, you can also use that route to return to Bloodwatch with the caregiver's supplies.
May your days be long, and your hardships few. Be well.
Hope you find something useful.
Welcome back, adventurer. Was Norguni able to gather everything on the list?
Remain vigilant.
Handing Topher the box, you tell him that Norguni is making arrangements to have the larger items delivered by wagon.
Splendid. Now, I'll finally be able to set up some beds and a first aid station so that we can better the wounded and any survivors I can't thank you enough for your help, adventurer. You have my thanks and that of the Bloodwatch's Vindicators.
Dionysaka. Blessings upon you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
I have found that lashers milling about on the island hold restorative medicinal properties in their vines. Through proper treatment, the vines can be broken down into a powerful healing ointment. Unfortunately, with so many injured Draenei passing through Azurewatch, we are always in short supply. Our delicate guest was found injured and unconscious by the Crystal Brook only yesterday. If you bring me vines, we may be able to save her. You will find root trappers both south and east of Azurewatch.
Dionysaka. Remain vigilant.
As you read the totem, your mouth forms the word VRK. You understand this to mean justice. The images on this totem depict a war between the Stillpine and the Bristleend Furbolg tribes. The etchings show that the Bristleend have done unconscionable things to the Furbolgs of Stillpine. Amidst the chaos, the prophecy has begun to unfold. A hero will rise, not of Furbolg blood, and save the Stillpine tribe. Slay Bristleend Furbolgs at Bristleend Village for their keys. Use the keys to free the Stillpine captives. Return to Arugu of the Stillpine when you have freed them all.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
For boy, the prophecy spoke of one that would and deliver us from the oppressive grasp of Bristlelim, that the spirits themselves would, the arrival of this hero. And now, you have come. I humble myself before you, Great One. Promised One, you must travel north to the home of my people, Stillpine Hold. It is there that you will face your most daunting challenge. Go now, High Chief. Stillpine awaits your arrival.
Arcanon Poros.
The buck hides are rugged and strong, making for very tough flesh, almost inedible. But we can use them for other purposes.
Safe journey.
Wonderful. You are turning into quite the hunter, adventurer. How would you like to look more like me? Well, here's your chance. While you were out hunting, I fashioned these items out of some buck hides I had laying around. Take your pick.
Dionys Akaraam.
Kronakai Christor.
I fear that her health is in steady decline.
May your days be long and your hardships.
Let us hope that this ointment will strengthen her spirit.
Favor the road traveled by few.
Open your heart to the light. Remember the lessons of the past.
The Gurlil is too far gone for mere ointments to be effective. There may be another way. The forest of Azuremyst holds many secrets. One of those, a rare plant, as the Azure Snapdragon that some. Two, Asia, a cure-all. You can identify the plant by its stark contrast to the other plants of Azuremyst, and its need to grow at the base of the azure pine trees. Make haste, and adventurer. Be wary of the root threshers of the region, as they consume snapdragon for sustenance.
Be well.
Good fortune.
You have survived the wilds of our new home, and shown yourself a cut above the others. I believe that you have come of age to assist those battling on the front lines of Bloodmist. The Hand of Argus could use a questant like you. Report to Toralius, the pack handler. You will find him outside the Exodar, tending to the Elec. Give him these orders so that he may direct you towards your new duties on Bloodmist.
Remember the lessons of the past.
May the light embrace you. May your days be long, and your hardships few.
Do not waste time.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Watch as the plant works its magic.
Safe journey. Be kind to those less fortunate. The Naru have not forgotten us.
The prophet spoke of this day, that on this island, in this new world, our allies would find us. We will be tested. They will ask that we pay for the sins of our fathers. At the time, I did not understand the meaning behind his words. But this creature and her reaction to us, it is now coming into focus. The corruption of our people has been felt even here. Venture south. It is there that we found this being. Find its kin and tell them of our people.
Dionys Akar.
Arcanan Poros.
You found what? Where?
Blessings upon your family.
How did such a thing end up in the stomach of a Night Stalker? Could the debris from the crash have contaminated more beasts?
Good health, long life.
I'm not going to make any excuses for what you found. This is clearly our fault. We had gotten reports of crushed crystal fragments showing up in the river to the east, but chose to ignore the implications. Now we can either sit around on this island and cry about the tragedy that has this land, or we can do something about it and prevent it from spreading. If you've got the stomach for it, I want you to go back into the wilds and kill as many of the infected Night Stalkers as you can find.
Remain vigilant. The Naru have not forgotten us. Do not lose faith.
I just hope it's not too late.
Remain vigilant.
For centuries, we lived in relative peace with the creatures of the land. Several months ago, courts began to see dark omens. The peace that we enjoyed for so long was to be lost. The extent of the catastrophe could not be known, so it would be that the gods would shatter our land, turning both friend and foe against us. But there was something else. Amidst the chaos, a hero would rise. A hero not of still-pine blood. The promised one would deliver us from devastation. That prophesied hero was you. My brother and I were hunting in the woods to the east when we were ambushed by strange insect-like beasts. Such aberrations have never before been seen in Azuremyst. Could they be a sign of the coming apocalypse? The apocalypse that you are destined to prevent? If you truly are the promised one, you will strike the creatures of the apocalypse down and bring me their hides. From their hides, I can fashion armor of great power. Find them to the east beyond the road. These are dark days, promised one. Even the Murlocs are kicking our tails, literally. Unfortunately, more than just my ego has been bruised, while our relationship with the Sylvan Murlocs had always tenuous. Never could we have imagined that they would. The Gaul, too. Us and steal from our food stores. Travel west to the silting shore and recover our stolen foodstuffs. And if you see a dark-skinned Murloc with a patch of white fur stuck in between his webbed toes, A murloc kicked me in the behind and spit on me in broad daylight. Delicious grain. Parkat will be delighted. Is that what I think it is?
Gurf spits on the clump of fur and tries to affix it to the hairless patch on his backside.
This will have to do for now. Hopefully one of the shaman will be able to repair the damage. They are ugly little creatures. Even the blind watcher could see them, and he's blind. Not only is the prophecy true, this armor is also amazing. Surely it is armor fit for a champion, and I will sell it to you at discounted prices, furless one. Yes, the first piece is complimentary. After the crystal storm had subsided, a beast of myth appeared in our village. Brought here by the invading wildkin, this beast, the Kurgan, laid waste to our village. Many Stillpine were slain in defense of our lands by this fiend, and many have since lost their lives attempting to subdue the beast. In my visions, I have seen one defeat the Kurgan. The one must be you, adventurer. You are our only hope. Enter Stillpine Hold and slay the Kurgan. Bring me his hide as proof of deed. I am Stillpine the Younger, heir to the Stillpine legacy. As you can see, my defenders have set up a death trap for the raving wildkin that attack from inside Stillpine Hold. While we are able to hold them off out here, none of my defenders have been able to infiltrate the hold. If you could get inside and slay their leader, it might give us an opportunity to strike. Find Chieftain Umoru and destroy him. Slay any crazed wildkin that you encounter inside as well. As High Chief, my immediate concern is the root of the corruption in Stillpine Hold. Why did the Wildkin, once our allies, attack us? Why have they taken residence in Stillpine Hold? Perhaps something inside will hold the answer. Search Stillpine Hold for clues as to the source of corruption.
I need to get closer.
These blood crystals that you saw, my scouts have seen many more to the north. I thank you for aid, but now ask that you leave me to confer with the elders. I will call for you once I have spoken with the other elders of the village. This may very well be the opportunity that we needed. I will send an attack at once. The Stillpine thank you for your service, adventurer.
Quartz grunts at you.
The Promised One has emerged victorious. The prophecy is nearly complete. Now bow that hide. Take the Kirkin's hide to Mordo, on the other side of the village. You will fashion the hide into an item of your choice. Hello, hero. This is the strongest armor I've ever made. Make good use of it, adventurer. The hold is saved, and soon my people will make their way back to the ancestral home. The prophecy has come to pass, and a new age of prosperity begins for the Stillpine. But I fear that darkness looms ahead for your own people. There are questions left unanswered, visions of prophecy unseen. Return to your leaders and tell them of what you have seen here. And, Promised One, should you ever require the aid of Stillpine, you have merely to ask.
Arcanan Poros.
Visions, you say? Interesting. And this prophecy has come to pass? But you say they saw the power core of the Exodar, and a rose was also in a vision? What can it mean?
Blessings upon your family.
Greetings.
You say that you've found one of our crew, and that she is injured? I will send one of my crewmen to your village immediately.
Go with honor, friend.
I am Admiral Odysseus of Alliance Naval Command. Our ship was forced to port on your island due to an infestation of sorts. It's embarrassing to even talk about, but goblins somehow managed to stow away in the holds of both of my ships. Last night, while most of the ship's crew was asleep below deck, they struck. Stranger still, they took our navigation gear and jumped ship. They disappeared into the thicket east of here. Will you go in search of our gear? It will make for a strong gesture.
Be careful.
What brings you here? Ashar Thelad.
Hey there. Have a good one.
The Admiral be right. You are a resourceful one. Mayhap ye could help Cookie out? If I serve the crew chicken for dinner again, I'll be sent to the brig for sure. I noticed that there'll be crawlers all along the coastline. Lots of crawlers. Bring me crawler meats, and I'll be forever indebted to you. Help a reformed pirate out.
See you later.
Need assistance? You have a great day now.
Need help?
Any luck, stranger?
Light bless you.
You're a resourceful one. With our navigation gear, we can figure out just how far we veered off course. But wait, what's this? There's something rolled up in the map. Let me see. These are orders from Mogul Razdunk of the Venture Company. According to these plans, they're here to strip mine the island of the crystal wreckage, then hijack our ships once they're finished. By Bronzebeard's bushy brow. This is why they forced us to land. How could they know of our plans? I smell a traitor.
Or the Alliance.
I've wondered about this for some time now, but this proves it to be true. There is a traitor among us. The plans left behind by the goblins document the conspiracy. Since I don't know who it could be, I'm going to need your help in finding the traitor. None of my crew can be trusted. If this is going to work, I'm going to need a hollowed out tree and leaves. Search near the loggers north of us for the tree. You'll need to find the leaves by yourself. Check the forest.
Go with honor, friend. How are you? Safe travels.
Shiver me timbers. Sorry, I gotta practice me pirate lest I forget it.
See you around.
Bless your heart, stranger. This'll go a long ways in lifting the morale of the crew.
See you later.
Goddess bless you. While some may look at our current predicament as an unfortunate turn of events, I sense that we are here for a reason. The invisible hand of fate has pushed us in this direction. The reason why will become evident in time. To the west lies an ancient night elf city, now in ruin and overrun with Naga. It would be remiss of me to sit idly by as the Naga tainted my ancestral lands. You have shown yourself a capable traveler. Honor my people and cleanse the ruins of their unwelcome inhabitants. Go in peace.
Great to meet you.
The priestess tells me that the ruins to the west are what's left of a night elf civilization. Neanderthal. Show us, may man do us read it. I do shield about what my pappy used to always say about night elf ruins. Sonny, whenever you ocean, night little no, Solomon Summit and Atnitadish, night elf relics are sure to be close by. Now, what kind of a dwarf would I be if I didn't hire the first person I saw to go digging up night elf relics for me? Now get going.
Off with you.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
How may I help? What brings you here?
My family? No, what have I done? What could I have done? Why must I be punished so?
May the stars guide you.
We had lived peacefully among the owl beasts of this island for many years. You can imagine my surprise when they stormed the beach and attacked us. I fought tooth and nail, but was easily overpowered as I blacked out from the vicious blows that I had been dealt. I prayed that my family not suffer. When I awoke, all was quiet. The sand was soaked red with blood. Their blood. They were devoured whole. I care not for vengeance, adventurer. I only ask that their remains be returned to me for proper burial.
Till next we meet.
I'm out of range.
Elune be with you. Elune light your path.
My wife was named Thalrisa, and my daughter, Madwyn.
Goddess, watch over you.
Thank you, adventurer. Their spirits will be at peace now.
Elune light your path.
Hi.
Don't come back without some ancient relics.
Safe travels.
My pappy would be proud. His boy strikes it big at the first set of night. Elf ruins he comes across, with your help. Yes, don't worry. I won't leave you out of the discovery. Your name is Adventurer, right? They'll learn all about you in Ironforge.
Watch your back.
Peace be with you. Goddess watch over you.
Elu be praised. The restless spirits may find tranquility after all.
Illume like your
You found something?
May the stars guide you.
I can't read these runes, but I know someone who can.
Asha Velad.
A Naga invasion would be disastrous.
What can I do for you?
I love it when a plan comes together.
Be careful.
I must warn you. What I ask of you next will be dangerous. I won't think less of you if you decide not to help me out, adventurer.
Light bless you.
According to the plans, the traitor and the leader of the goblins, Jezel, are to meet at a cove on the western island. I need you to be at that meeting, adventurer. Remember the tree and leaves? You're going to wear them. It's a perfect disguise. Go to the cove and look for a Naga flag. If the flag is there, it means a meeting is planned. Use the disguise kit when you see the flag and wait. Eventually the traitor will show up. Let the meeting finish, then return to me with the identity of the scoundrel.
For the Alliance.
Ishnu Daldiet.
A Naga invasion would be disastrous, adventurer. I've seen what Naga can do, and I would not want to see such a catastrophe befall any being. If I were to guess, this warlord Srisitis will be hidden in a cave, probably along the coast to the west. Find warlord Srisitis and put an end to his reign.
Go in peace.
Hey! Alrighty then.
With Warlord Sristiz dead, the possibility of a Naga invasion is now only a distant memory. We are safe for the time being. I must admit, I was wrong to think badly of you, adventurer. You have shown that you are nothing like the filth that was Archimonde. Accept this as a gift from the Night Elves.
Light bless you.
That traitor is going to wish he never messed with Alliance Naval Command.
Be careful.
I can't believe it. It was the gnome all along. I should have known.
For the Alliance.
Spark must be brought to justice. I need you to go down to the beach and find that deceitful gnome. Once you find him, get whatever information you can out of him. If a high-ranking official of the Alliance has committed treasonous acts, who knows how many others are corrupt? And, adventurer, use force if you have to.
Go with honor, friend.
Pleased to meet you. My, you're a tall one. Off and away.
His honor, friend.
Did you find the lying dog?
Be careful.
Incredible. This was all part of their master plan. This information must reach the king and your own leaders. The implications are staggering.
Go with honor, friend.
You must get this information to your people, adventurer. While your brave acts have certainly slowed down the plans of Kael'thas and his Dark Master, the attacks will undoubtedly continue. Take the traitor's communication to your leaders. They must see this for themselves. Perhaps they will be able to better understand some of what was written.
For the Alliance.
Chronokai Christor.
You have returned.
May your days be long and your
Exarch Menelaus takes the letter from you and begins to read it.
Damn them all to the nether. They've had a spy watching everything that we've done. And for how long? I will notify Velen at once. You've done us a great service, adventurer. Be on guard, as I will be contacting you once the prophet has given me instruction as to what to do.
Dionys Akaraam.